let's talk a little bit, Rob, about you. Okay. You got 20 plus years in the business, correct?
About 20, 21.
21?
Something like that.
Yeah. And you sold printing or advertising?
I was in everything.
Oh,
I
everything.
was in the
Okay.
beauty supply, advertising, everything.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
did everything in my 20s.
That's why he's so beautiful. Look
Yeah.
And I just saw your new photos too today.
Yeah. Julie from Image, she did a fantastic job. Yeah,
Awesome.
I was really happy with that.
So Rob's number as of June, number 3 in Canada for Remax, number 3 in Canada out of over 20,000 agents. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. 400 listings plus this year, right? You got 400 listings?
I think so. I count the sales more.
Okay, so let's go to the sales.
Yeah.
Over 600 transactions already.
Yeah.
That's amazing. One thing about Rob, and I love talking to you, and Rob is all about, he really likes to research, and this guy is obsessed with getting that much better, right? And a lot of what you do is you talk to other team leaders and stuff, all over North America pretty much.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about who you really admire and how you go about doing that.
I follow teams that, more so now, I fly to the US, and I'll follow somebody that has a large team and try to replicate and learn what they're doing. I'll spend a full day I've gone to Tampa to talk to Andrew Duncan, the Duncan duo, Lance Logan in Houston.
What's something really cool that Lance does?
He runs his operation like a corporation, and he actually recruits from corporate America young millennials. Cool. I mean, when I sat in on his team meeting, I was the oldest guy there by 10, 20 years.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting there, I thought it was in kindergarten class almost. It was they're all young, but he trains them brand new, doesn't recruit agents. He goes from corporate America, they get licensed, and then that's how he gets
awesome.
them. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so you started off as an independent agent, right? So how long were you an independent agent?
You know what? It was about 3 years. I saw, there was a couple of big hitters in Hamilton. When I started, it was, Al Cosentino and Vince Delvecchio. Those guys are the big guns. And I kind of looked at them and saw what they were doing. They would discourage me, say, hey, you don't want to do what I want to do. Why don't you join my team? So then I kind of got the bug and started working harder.
So when you were independent, what really consumed your time and resources when you were just a single practitioner?
Working with buyers, being on the phones. I was on the phones back then. I would work the phones like crazy. I took the Tom Ferry course. Back then was huge. Or Mike Ferry. Mike Ferry.
Now you're dating yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So Mike Ferry was the first thing. When I first started, I remember it was October, and they said, you got to go into, learn about this business. And so I took Mike Ferry and then started learning the scripts and got on the phones, and I excelled right there on the phones.
What'd you spend most of your money on at that time?
At the time, it was more time, and then I was probably, when the office I was in, I started advertising in the Resale magazine. Nobody was advertising.
Now you're really dating yourself.
Yeah, no kidding. So I started advertising in there, and then all of a sudden everybody started catching on.
Okay.
Because they saw the business I was doing. My page was getting more full. I was going to a full page, then 2 pages, and I said, what's this guy doing? He must know something. So, and then Resale magazine started picking up more. Because I was in the advertising business, I knew the response that I would get from that, and that was.
So fast forward to today. What do you spend most of your money on besides billboards? But what do you spend? What do you spend most of your money on now?
We spend a lot of our money online.
Okay.
So.
What percentage of the whole budget? We're not going to ask you the budget, but what?
The online marketing is probably, I'd say, 15 to 20%.
Okay.
We spend online. We hire the best. We're not going to when we hire somebody to do something for us. we're going to make sure we're hiring the right person. We don't want to spend little money and get zero results.
Okay.
We rather spend big money and get great results.
So what do you spend most of your time on during the day? Like what's
right now,
how's it shifted from when you were kind of in the business now on the,
I work on the business, but I still work in the business. That keeps me sharp. I'll tell you, I love what I do. I love this business, and I think that helps a lot, because if you love what you do, it's not really working.
Yeah.
But I go in the office and I find out what's going on. I go through my emails and find out. I look at.
Do you answer all your emails?
No, not really. But the only emails that I track, but everything else is done through my staff. Is the emails is the calls that come in for just for listings. That's
okay,
it.
good.
Just
okay,
if somebody calls lists, I will look at it. I research it. I Google the address. I find out the history. I try to find out what it is, and I try to match the right person with the right listing, so I know it's a match, right? Okay. So
do you match it based on you said based on the property, or on like the demographic of the client, or both?
Okay. Demographic of the client, nationality.
How many team members do you have?
I've got 27 realtors that work with me.
27 realtors?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a lot to manage.
But what about back-end staff, admin staff, and you've got?
I got five.
So can you tell us all those roles?
So we've got a deal coordinator, and we got Nicole. So she is fantastic, and everybody loves her in the office. Fantastic girl. We were lucky to have her. She just started with us this year, and she takes care of all the deals that come in and discuss if it's a firm deal, it's a new deal, and all that kind of stuff. She takes care of that, and then we have a listing coordinator. So she will input all the listings and everything, make sure that the agents are doing their job.
Yep.
So we're diligent, make sure that we have to have certain things filled out on the listing. There's no mistakes, and she also does a little bit of the advertising for us, through the advertising through the print marketing, which is slowly shrinking for us. Yeah.
And you've just hired somebody now, or you're?
Yep.
Can you say
we hired. Yep. We hired a lady. She's going to be our sales manager.
Okay,
and we had a headhunter looking for us. It was tough. We didn't want anybody in the industry. I didn't want somebody that did have a license that, they're half in the office, half selling. We wanted somebody focused, strictly on our business and dealing with our sales agents.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk lead generation.
Yeah.
What's your most successful lead generation source?
We've got a couple of them. Our website is one.
Yeah, okay. And you're just redoing your website. I saw it last night.
We're launching it next week, and I'll be announcing that.
Some cool features.
We got some nice features on our website. We spent. You know how it is when you buy a house. You think you're spending $500,000, then you're at $650.
Yeah.
That's what happened here.
Yeah.
So, and we had no choice. You had to keep going. The lead generation. So the website is one, and then we've.
So how do you drive traffic to your website?
Through Facebook and other Google places. We get a lot of traffic. Obviously through the billboards.
What's Google Places?
Google.
Come on, Rob.
Google.
Let's be honest here.
So, like.
Do you do AdWords? Okay. Do you have a big budget for that? Pay-per-click?
Yeah, we spend a fair amount of pay-per-click.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, to generate leads. We have our agents that now takes the lead directly.
Okay.
But we want them to. We try to qualify the leads more now than we did before. Before we had people that would try to qualify them to find out if they're like Mickey Mouses, but. Now we have the agents do it because they're the salespeople.
Or the FU guy that does it.
Yeah. So we want the agents to take care of the lead.
So you have inside salespeople?
We did. We felt it wasn't working or it wasn't profitable. We were turning dollars for dollars, so it wasn't worth it.
Did you blow your brains out on that?
Yes, I did. Yeah, and that was
He's honest.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on that, and it.
What's your least? What's a lead generation source that's really the least at the bottom of the list that gets you the least amount of leads?
The least is
that people would think would be pretty good.
Well, like like we had one campaign where we call it what do we call it? It was a lead generation. You get a lot of leads, but you got to work through them. And I find the percentage of the pay-per-clicks, they say it's like 2-3%. I can put money better elsewhere that I can get 30% return versus 2-3%.
Okay.
So I'll spend money on the. I mean, everybody. I'm sure they see my billboards. You can't,
Has anybody ever seen a billboard of Rob's?
Yeah. So. But we spend money on. I track it and spend money on things that will do better than any other lead generation.
So do you find that if there's a billboard in a neighborhood? Let's talk about this billboard thing.
Yeah.
So if there's a billboard in the neighborhood, and I notice it all goes to your website, so you can probably locate people.
Yeah.
So
Well,
are you?
Not that quite. Not
that good? No.
Well, we don't, you know what it is? We're not at that point where we geo where with the billboard when people are logging in. We should, but we
you should be doing that because then you see how effective it is. Anyway,
that's another person we have to hire.
Sorry, sorry about that. And I got a question. This is something you told me last night, okay?
Okay.
And about the program that you have. Can I say it or no?
What is that? Whisper it to me.
The guarantee.
Oh, yeah,
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can say that.
Okay.
You want me to say it?
Well, yeah, go ahead. Tell the story.
So
and he was pretty honest about it.
You obviously see that we have your home sold, guaranteed, or we buy it. Now, a lot of people don't ask us about it.
Yeah.
And it's on my billboard, and it's funny though. Like we get very rarely. I'd say, I don't know, 1 out of every 100 might say. And you know what? When they ask us about it, I don't want the guarantee. But what is it?
Oh, okay.
And they'll ask us, and I'll just say, well, here's a program. Here's how much we get an appraiser and all that kind of stuff. But we very rarely get asked about the guarantee, even though we have it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So maybe I should take that off and put something else on.
If you were so let's give some advice to everybody. If you had $2,500 budget, $5,000 budget, and a $10,000 budget, and you had to each category. And you have to do self-promotion or lead generation. Tell me what you do for $2,500, $5,000, and
I would probably put it all into online marketing, and if it's a geo area that you're working, do the online marketing in a geo area like Facebook, Instagram, and like sponsored on Instagram and Facebook, and then also put some maybe bench signs or do something in an area and just kind of grow it from there slowly.
Okay.
Like we were in the easy part of the transition of what I came to this point today is that print marketing was big, and then that kind of deterred, and we put focus on online marketing. Now I know some agents in different markets and different areas just kept doing the print.
Okay.
And then the online marketing became so strong, they didn't realize that. They just had their focus on just keep doing the print, and that's how they fell behind, and others shot through.
Okay. So what do you do on a regular basis to motivate your team?
We have team meetings every Tuesday morning. We have it at Winterberry office every Tuesday morning, and we talk about new listings, what's sold. We talk about how to improve ourselves. A lot of things, and just sit down with them and find out, how we can generate more business for them.
What's a big objection you're getting at the kitchen table right now?
Like when we go list a house?
Yeah, when you go list a house, and how are you guys overcoming it?
Well, commission is huge.
Yeah, well, it's a C word. Yeah. Okay. How do you do it? What do you say?
Well, we show them our services and what we do, and hopefully we try to get the 5%. And sometimes they knock us down to 4.5%. We work for 2.5%. We work for that. So, and then we know that 2 years ago there was a husband and wife team were advertising 3.9%. That kind of hurt the market. Everybody knows what we're talking about.
Don't they sell roses or something?
Yeah,
they sell roses.
So they I
they
know,
give a rose with every listing.
Yeah. So they hurt the market. They
hurt the market. Yeah, you're right.
They obviously were told to stop doing that because they were hurting also their own agents on their own office. I'm going blank on what was finishing here. What was I saying? What was the question again?
Now you got me though. I'm thinking of myself. No, the kitchen table commission.
Oh, the kitchen table. Yeah.
I was thinking,
the kitchen table. So commission's a big factor.
That's how Rob does it. He kind of lulls you into it. You sign. Here, let me sign.
No, the kitchen table. It's the commission. We know that there's a high percentage of people that call us.
Yeah.
They're not listing right away. We track that. We track, and sometimes, we do go on a lot of evaluations. They just want to know price, and we know that business will come either 6 months, a year, sometimes 2 years down the road.
Okay, cool.
So it's just meeting people face to face and trying to,
So two things. Practical advice you give to somebody just starting a team today, and what are some of the resources that they could dive deeper into exploring, expanding their team or starting?
I would start slow. Walk, don't run. Just one step at a time. I built. There was a time, I think it was 2013, where in 2014 or somewhere around there, I decided to grow big because, like, the one thing is when you start a team, you have one buyer agent or whatever you want to call it, and it's just you and somebody else, or you and two people. If you have those two people leave, basically you lost 75% or whatever of your team.
Yeah.
So so that's why I grew up big. So if you lose somebody, you don't feel as much.
Okay.
But I would walk, don't run, just go slow. Let it build, and let the new team members know that you may want to grow it or you may not. Today, to get to this level where I'm at, would I do it again? I don't know, because there's a lot of tough areas between from when I started till now. If I saw the path for that, I would probably say, maybe I'll keep it small. And I think a smaller team, it's easier to manage and stuff like that.
Cool.
But
so, what's the biggest challenge in the industry at the moment, and how do we overcome it? Let's talk about it industry-wide. What do you think? Is it disruptors? Is it?
Yeah, there's a lot. They're allowing
a lot of noise.
Yeah, a lot of agents that should be not doing this business.
Okay.
There's in the industry, like I said, there's just, we struggle with, sometimes putting deals together. Now agents are, like 10 years ago, agents, would not complain about other agents. They try to work it out. But now everybody's just sending letters to everything, Well, you don't have sales representative and big enough letters.
It's very combative. Yeah.
So they'll so agents are becoming very, I don't know, annoying, not annoying, but very.
You guys are annoying.
Very.
Annoying.
No, but they're very vindictive.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
they're very vindictive.
It's counterproductive.
Yeah, so we're it seems like we're trying to make everybody happy, and it's just not.
That's what we're trying to do here. Let's all work together.
Trying to make
last night, it was amazing. Like, we're talking 5 competitors like hugging each other at dinner last night. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
To get everybody together.
And we deal with everybody, and we try to. The deal is trying to make the deal happy. We're trying to make the buyer happy, the seller happy, then everybody's happy.
That's good. Perfect.
Yeah.
And make your banker happy.
That's it. Exactly.
Okay, the next round is rapid fire.
Oh God, you got.
Oh yeah, the rapid fire. Okay, and all you got
a little slower for me.
No, but you just got to go overrated. Okay. Underrated. Okay, rapid fire. Okay, print ads.
Overrated.
Just listed, just sold.
Overrated.
Oh my God, feature sheets. Expensive feature sheets.
Well, I think they're underrated.
Okay, good for you. Client appreciation events.
Underrated.
Okay, client education seminars.
Underrated.
Underrated. Realtor network events.
Underrated.
Okay, good. Well, so that's what this is. Yeah, good. Okay. Part of it. Christmas cards, holiday cards, signed by you.
Yeah. They're underrated and overrated.
Okay.
it's just, we do them, but do people actually look at them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Billboards.
I'm going to tell everybody.
Go ahead.
They don't work, really. I get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
Bad fucking idea. Newsletters, those famous newsletters with the recipes on them.
I did that one time.
Yeah.
They're overrated.
Okay, social media ads?
Social media, I think, is underrated.
Oh, underrated, yeah?
I think social media is the thing that you guys got to go to the next level in your business now.
How about pictures of happy clients beside your sign? Which is my favorite thing in the world.
We do that. It's a good thing. It's underrated.
Okay, it's underrated. Okay, good. Okay. Staging?
Underrated.
Yeah? Virtual tours, property videos.
Virtual tours, overrated. I call them lifestyle videos.
Okay, great. Okay,
we call it lifestyle videos are underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Okay, and geofarming.
Geofarming. I think it's time to get back into geofarming because everybody got out of it.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get back in because there's not that much real estate mail in everybody's mailboxes now.
Excellent. That's cool. Okay, let's give Rob a great hand.